There's a $3,000 fine, time, and money to run concurrent. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Right out the gate, we've got a $3,000 fine and a concurrent sentence set up. But hold on. Concurrent time means
All right,
sentences run
who's
together,
here on,
not back to back.
Aaron Ramirez?
It's less severe than it sounds, but does that suggest leniency
Yes.
or strategy?
Walking up right now.
Alrighty.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we're here on a sentencing hearing for the PSI. I just want to ensure, I believe that I had submitted applications for community supervision and deferred adjudication. I just wanted to ensure that the court had those.
Yes.
They do? Excellent, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 010525, State versus Aaron Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Samantha Lynn Brown for the state.
for the
Yeah.
defense?
John St. Heinrich for Aaron Ramirez.
And are you Aaron Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You entered a plea on January 16th to paragraph A. You entered a plea of no contest. A PSI and MIC evaluation was ordered. According to the
Did you catch that? The state is silent on the applications for community supervision and deferred adjudication. That's not the same as agreeing. It's a calculated move. Why stay silent? We'll come back to that.
plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison, and the state is silent on your applications. And there are different cases that are being taken into consideration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI
Defense
and
has,
cap evaluation?
defense has, Your Honor.
State has, Your Honor.
Any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No objections from the defense, Judge.
All right, the state is silent. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I do, Your Honor.
Yes.
First off, may I make an opening statement, Judge?
Sure.
Your Honor, my client has appeared timely for every court appearance, and he's here again today to accept responsibility and culpability for the crimes that he's committed, Judge. But if I may be allowed to offer some context to this, Your Honor.
Yes.
My client has severe, he has mental health issues, Judge. And this is not to make light or to make excuses for this situation.
Whoa, the defense is diving into some deep emotional terrain here. Mental health, parental separation, childhood trauma. Is this a genuine plea for empathy or a strategic softening of the court's stance? Let me know what you think. Comment below.
My client's parents had separated when he was 5. He's known one of the victims of this case, and there are 2 victims, and they are in fact victims, Judge. He's known one of the victims since he's been a child, childhood friends. The other victim is his childhood friend's girlfriend, Judge. My client has experienced, due to his parents leaving and hardships growing up, his mom is a primary influence in his life and has raised him. His father's been in and out of the picture, Judge. Due to this, he's got some sense of abandonment issues. While he was growing up, his mom had moved yearly, so he's starting new schools. I think the impetus of this crime was to maintain some kind of connection to his childhood friend. When his childhood friend got into a relationship, he started feeling abandoned. This was his way to connect with him. Now, it doesn't stand logic. There are issues with this. My client has been seeking mental health treatment before this incident and after this incident. He's still currently seeking counseling right now. He's still engaged in counseling weekly, Your Honor. Further, Judge, my client is a full-time college student. He has a job, and he has never been in trouble, never had any criminal charges levied against him before. Your Honor, if I may begin with witnesses.
Yes.
Defense would like to call Miss Maria Ramirez.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Maria Rosalinda Ramirez.
Ms. Ramirez, who are you to Aaron?
I am Aaron's mother.
How old is Aaron?
Aaron is 21.
He's 21 years old.
Mhm.
Ma'am, when did you and Aaron's father separate?
He was 4 years old when we separated.
Have you been the primary influence in Aaron's life?
Aaron's mom just dropped a huge reveal. She feels like she failed him. That's raw, real, and heartbreaking. But here's a question. How much weight should parental guilt carry in the sentencing of a grown adult?
Yes, his father was in and out of his life. He would rekindle the relationship and then stop without any kind of explanation. So it was really hard on Aaron to kind of have that individual in his life. And I feel like I should have noticed some of those things, but unfortunately, he just always presented like being such a happy, kid that I just didn't see that he was going through so much, unfortunately. But I feel like I failed him in that part, not seeking counseling. I know now that he's seeking counseling that he has a lot of those abandonment issues and trust issues. He's been more forthcoming with his feelings, but it's really helped him to kind of express that. But he wouldn't express it when he was younger. He's never been in any type of trouble, though. He's always been very happy, very good at school, academically. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I know that what he did was very serious, but I just hope that the court takes his childhood into consideration and him trying his very best to kind of move forward from this situation.
Are you making any excuses for his behavior now?
Absolutely not. He's expressed to me that he wants to atone for what he did. He is remorseful. I'm just hoping that whatever the outcome of this doesn't, overshadow his whole life. He's young. He wants to continue to go to school and contribute to like society. He really is a good child. He's never been in any kind of situation where he's been in trouble. So I really feel like, whatever the outcome, whatever the sentencing, he can still overcome this and still, be a good person, contribute to a society. I don't think that his actions should just overshadow his whole entire life. He's a good child.
Ma'am, when he was growing up, did you all move frequently?
Yeah, I struggled financially to support my children. He has a sister, and so unfortunately, we had to move around a lot. I struggled. I wasn't poverty level, but yet I wasn't. I made just enough to kind of get by. So I didn't get any kind of financial assistance, unfortunately. But we had to move around a lot when he was a kid. So I know it kind of hindered him from making these like really deep connections with kids, when you've been in a school your whole life. But unfortunately, that was our situation. I had to move around a lot.
Was he attending different schools when you would move?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, he had to attend a lot of different schools because we had to move to different locations based on what I could afford from year to year. So, yeah.
How many schools do you think he's been to through high school?
Like seven. Yeah, at least seven. Yeah, I was usually able to stay in one place for about a year to 2 years, but unfortunately, just with my financial situation, I did have to move around to try to get something like more affordable. So
in your personal opinion, do you think that this contributed to a sense of abandonment?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that it more.
We're now hitting the critical moment. The defense is building their case for community supervision. Listen closely here. If Aaron's support system is as stable as they claim, could this turn the judge's decision?
Stems from just his father kind of coming into his life and then leaving without any kind of explanation. But it definitely hindered him from making like really long-term connections with other people because he had to make friends and then start over, kind of like a military child, I guess, if you will, right? Unfortunately, but yeah.
Do you know one of the victims, Daniel Complex?
Yes. Well, we've known him since he was about 7 years old. So they've been childhood friends for a long time.
Since he was 7?
Yes.
Ma'am, is there anything else you would like the court to know?
Just again, I just wanted to reiterate that Aaron is a really good kid. I mean, he's never been in trouble, and I don't feel that he had any type of malicious intent. Maybe he was feeling lonely or insecure about, his relationship with the victim, but I don't think that he did this to actually hurt anyone. So Thank you. Appreciate it.
And ma'am, do you have any, and be honest, please be honest with the court, you're under oath. Do you have any reservations that if the court were gracious enough to grant a term of community supervision, that Aaron would have any issues abiding by the terms?
No, I mean, I'm home with Aaron. It's me and Aaron that live together. So I oversee, you know, his daily activities and what he's doing, and I'm here to support him. So I don't think that there'd be any issues with him having any kind of like, what was it? I'm sorry, the community.
Yeah, if the court were to place
Supervision?
conditions
Yeah,
on it for
no,
community supervision.
I'd be able to support him in anything he does.
And lastly, ma'am, does Aaron hang out with anyone who runs afoul of the law?
No. I mean, Aaron's 21. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. His idea of having fun is like maybe going to a movie or playing video games. He's never been someone that's partied or associated himself with anyone that has like a criminal record or had like, you know, like I guess bad habits.
Pass the witness.
Right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.